What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. This is going to get interesting. I've been sitting on making this video. So you know when the NFL season starts, they're going to play the Black Anthem. Lift every voice and sing. Yeah. So it's going to bring America, you're going to get the pettiness of people who not going to stand, well, I ain't standing for yours if you don't stand for mine. It's going to be interesting. Even though that's been a black national anthem for decades, so it's not nothing new. But what's going to be intriguing to me is the protests. People are going to protest the black national anthem. Like, how dare you? So you mean you can protest? Oh, you can protest? Oh, you can't. You don't want to respect the flag? That's not our anthem. That's not our flag. Well, that's the reason why we made our own, because that ain't our anthem and that ain't our flag either. But it's going to be the hypocrisy put on display. The ownership is going to have like, wow. And here's the thing. I take this back and blame the owners, the team owners, for this, because of people like Jerry Jones, who tell people to stand up, but then when he wants to take a knee, he gonna take a knee. It's like, you shouldn't have did that, bro. You shouldn't have did that. And now you're gonna have this. It's not necessarily gonna be a white America, black America issue per se, but it's gonna point out how, okay, can you black Americans stand for your anthem and the national anthem? Yeah, we could do that. Now, if you can't stand for both, are you being extra? Yeah, you are being extra. Kind of like having respect when you have boxing matches and they have two different anthems. People stand for both anthems. So another thing that's going to be twisted up in this mix is you're going to come to find out that there's nothing that could be done that people will respect. Nothing. So, Roger Goodell is going to look at it like, dang. You're going to have white America look at it like, oh, man, like. So if they have something, we don't want to respect it because it's not American, even though they are Americans, but we want them to respect this that really doesn't include them in it, but because we say so. It's not a good look. And then you have some black folks who, man, just pro-militant, right? And you're like, see, they just as hypocritical. Yep. That's gonna be, what's gonna go on. I'm just predicting this stuff. I'm calling balls and strikes right now. That's all I'm gonna do. Just predicting this before it happens. You're gonna have the players kind of like, okay, because it's gonna be like an uncomfortable thing. You're gonna have players of different, ethnicities, different races, whatever you want to call it, feeling the uncomfort in both. Like, I gotta stand for this one, but I don't want to stand for this one. But I gotta stand for that one, but I want to stand for that one. But now I know what it feels like to not want to stand for something that wouldn't necessarily include me. I get it. It in some ways it's like a unity play to hold a mirror up to America to say, can you include yourself in America in something that didn't include you? Because we're all Americans in solidarity. This is the difference between unity and division. Because you would think, this is just a woke ploy. Yeah, it is. It is, but it's also a social experiment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not surprised, and I won't be surprised by what happens. I take that back. I will be surprised if everybody has the class enough to stand for both and respect both all year long. All year long. Because that's what it's about, patriotism, right? But I don't believe that because, this is America. Patriotism ain't what it's about. Unity is not what this country is about. So I would be shocked if that happens. Am I optimistic that that'll happen? Absolutely not. I'm quite pessimistic about that. But the other thing that's involved in this is what you might wind up seeing is people actually have to take America's fan and go, wait a minute. What if we had a team in Canada where we stand for their anthem, just like in the NBA? Like, do the NBA players, when they play the Raptors, stand up in Canada? You get what I'm saying? You know, the hockey teams, do they stand up in Canada? You know, I remember when they had the Blue Jays. I miss the Blue Jays, but the people stood up for their anthem in Canada, just out of respect, right? You know, it's going to put this place on its head, not just in a national sense, but in an international sense, because people might not even globally realize that Black Americans have had its own anthem for decades, and that says something about America just in general. It's like, oh man, they already knew they wasn't included, and all these other groups. You know, you're going to have the critical race theory people. It's not right. Whatever, man. We ain't got the same history, you know. And then people, subsequently, you're going to see people hopping on the bandwagon too. Well, we need to make our own anthem too. You should have. If you didn't feel like you were part of America years ago. But truth is, you never felt like us. So now you're trying to hop on the bandwagon. You join this intersectionality bandwagon. So you're going to see that hustle come out too. Just in my prediction. But like, share, subscribe, or die. Try and catch y'all on the next one. Peace.